As a child, I always dreamt of being a school teacher. When we would play, my friends would be playing babies, or maybe some of them were playing nurse. I was always wanting to be that school teacher. I wanted to play school teacher, and I would pretend to grade papers and all of that, all those school teacher things to do. Well, fast forward, I am a loan officer, not a teacher, but I have an opportunity to teach. And that's why I have chosen teaching as one of my 3 pillars of business. Why I love to educate the realtors is because I get to stand in front of the room and show them what it is that I know about the business that would help them in their business, and also allows me just to build rapport. I want to talk to you today about how to fill the room when you are teaching, or if you choose that teaching is something that you're interested in. And I do this very strategically. Number one, you've got to have great content. You have to have, you've got to be aware enough of what their struggles are and what it is they need from you, which requires listening. So asking those questions and listening to what their struggles are helps you create great content. Number 2, you got to have a super sexy title, because at the end of the day, when they see your class and the invites, if it is not appealing to them, so it doesn't solve a problem for them, and it's not a sexy title, they're not going to show up. The ways that I promote the events themselves, I do Facebook, and I choose my audience. I'm very strategic with my audience. So I use Facebook. I also send email BombBomb videos explaining what it is that they can expect to learn. That way they can see my energy, my passion for teaching. I also follow up with text messages. And then I use Eventbrite so that they register for the class. And what's beautiful about Eventbrite and all of those other services is it's going to send reminders for you. Now, when I receive the reminders, I also create a calendar invite, and I set them all up on the calendar invite so that they can put it on their calendar. Because let's just face it, a lot of realtors are not that organized. So when they accept that calendar invite, now that time is blocked on their calendar. Now, I will also text them a week before to remind them, a Monday before the actual class, the day before the class, and an hour before the class. Texting them with that in that series is super important if you want them to show up. Now, after the class, you are going to get in Eventbrite list of everybody that attended with their email address. And if you were doing this for a CE class, it will even collect your money. What's great about that is you've got to have a structure or a great follow-up plan after you've taught the class, which needs to include a handwritten thank you card, a text, an email, and a phone call. And the goal is to get a face-to-face appointment with them and talk further about how you want to hear from them, what's going right, what's not going so right, and maybe what you can do to help them grow their business. So that's the formula I follow. People show up, and it has helped me grow my business in a very strategic way, and allows me to be a loan officer and a teacher fulfilling those childhood dreams.